This is a call to action. ATF Docket number 2021R-08. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. This is a call to action. The ATF has upped the ante on its arm brace ruling. And now we have this docket number 2021R-08, and this is the end all to the other market. This video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms for your NRS certification and multifaceted gun training. You can contact us at 203-300-6343 or use our website, www.panfirearmsllc.com. As usual, there will be a link in the description box below. But let's talk about this. The ATF has upped the ante on its arm brace ruling by introducing docket 2021R-08, which has been signed by Merrick Garland, and for all intentional purposes ends the other market by classifying firearms with stabilizing braces as short-barreled rifles, which are subject to registration per the NFA or National Firearms Act. There are some key excerpts from the document, and I'm going to read these ones here. Summary. The Department of Justice proposes amending Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF, regulations to clarify when a rifle is intended to be fired from the shoulder. The department proposes factors ATF considers when evaluating firearms equipped with purported stabilizing brace to determine whether these weapons will be considered a rifle or short-barrel rifle under the Gun Control Act of 1968 or a rifle or firearm subject to regulation under the National Firearms Act, NFA. This proposed rule is a separate action from the Notice on the Objective Factors for Classifying Weapons with Stabilizing Braces published on December 18, 2020, and withdrawn on December 31, 2020. No comments received under the withdrawn notice were considered for this proposed rule, and no comments received pursuant to that notice would be considered as part of this proposed rule. Commentators need to submit new comments in connection with this proposed rule. Now, this is the section that brings great concern. It is I'm going to leave this document in the description so you can look at the whole thing, but it's on page 7. In recent years, some manufacturers have produced and sold devices, stabilizing braces, designed to be attached to large or heavy pistols that are marketed to help a shooter stabilize his or her arm to support single-handed firing. The first individual to submit a forearm brace to determine if it changed the classification of a pistol advised ATF that the AR-15 pistol is very difficult to control with a one-handed precision stance due to the forward weight of the weapon and the recoil of the 5.56, 7.62, or 7.62 by 39 NATO caliber rounds. There, the submitter explained that the intent of the brace was to facilitate one-hand firing of the AR-15 pistol for those with limited strength or mobility due to a disability and to reduce bruising to the forearm when fired with one hand. According to this individual, the brace concept was inspired by the needs of combat veterans with disabilities who still enjoy recreational shooting but could not reliably control heavy pistols without assistance. However, whereas some accessories marketed as stabilizing braces may make it easier for a person to fire a weapon with one hand and would result in a determination that the firearm with the attached brace is a rifle. There are other accessories also marketed as stabilizing brace that may be attached to a weapon platform for the purpose of circumventing the GCA and NFA prohibitions on the sale, delivery, transportation, or unregistered possession and taxation of short-barreled rifles. As described below, the addition of an accessory that is marketed as a stabilizing brace to a pistol does not guarantee that the resulting firearm will still be classified as a pistol. Indeed, classifying a firearm based on a limited or singular characteristic, i.e., the marketing label of the manufacturer that the item is a stabilizing brace, has the potential to be significantly over-inclusive or under-inclusive. Let me continue here. Because short-barrel rifles are among the firearms considered unusual and dangerous, because a short-barreled rifle is more dangerous than a long-barreled rifle. Subjecting them to regulation under the NFA, it is especially important that such weapons be properly classified. Indeed, firearms with stabilizing braces have been used in at least 2 mass shootings. 2. There are 3 million of these braces in civilian hands. 2 incidences require this. with the shooters in both instances reportedly shouldering the brace as a stock, demonstrating the efficacy as short barrel rifles of firearms equipped with such braces. The CGA and NFA regulate firearms, and with limited exceptions do not regulate individual components, except in this case. Accordingly, ATF does not classify unregulated components or accessories alone under the GCA and NFA. However, components or accessories when attached to a firearm can affect the classification of a firearm because 1. A component's or an accessory's likely use may be relevant in assessing the manufacturer's or maker's purported intent with respect to the design of a firearm, and 2. The design of a component or an accessory may result in a firearm falling within a particular statutory definition. Examples include the attachment of a forward secondary grip. Now, there's another section here I definitely want to get into because this is very telling. And I believe it's on page 10. Hold on, let me find this here. Nope. It is on page 10. I was right. Okay. It is estimated that manufacturers of stabilizing braces have sold 3 million stabilizing braces since 2013. 3 million. But 2 incidences has created this quagmire of a bureaucratic move. You know, it's interesting that we just had a story where a guy, killed a number of people with a chainsaw. So don't tell me this is about safety. ATF has observed that the development and production of rifle barrel weapons with stabilizing braces has become more prevalent in the firearms industry, and that, consequently, requests for classification for this kind of firearm design has also increased. ATF has classified several firearms equipped with stabilizing braces, and the objective features used to make those classifications have been described in letters to the industry as well as in criminal cases. However, ATF has received criticism for not more widely publishing the criteria and for not publishing a definitive approach in the application of that criteria. Therefore, to aid the firearms industry and public in understanding the criteria that FATD considers when evaluating firearm samples that are submitted with an attached stabilizing brace or similar component or accessory, ATF proposes a worksheet to be entitled Factoring Criteria for Rifle Barrel Weapons with Accessories, commonly referred to as Stabilizing Braces, ATF Worksheet 4999. The purpose of this worksheet is to allow individuals or members of the firearm industry to evaluate whether a weapon incorporating a stabilizer brace that they intend to submit to FATD or offer for sale would be considered a short barrel rifle or firearm under GCA and NFA. FATD will use the criteria within ATF Worksheet 4999 and resulting point values when evaluating and classifying a submitted firearm. Now let's pull that up. This is the reference form. Just a quick glance through clearly shows that firearms that have a stabilizing brace have probably an absolutely slim chance of passing the criteria to qualify as a non-NFA item and be able to use the stabilizing brace without being considered a short-barreled rifle. ATF just went out of their way, and the fact that they even mentioned the 2 incidences, I believe one was Colorado, I don't remember what the other one is, but 2 incidences where this platform has been used, a pistol with a stabilizing brace. 2. As I said before, somebody just cut up a bunch of people with a chainsaw. Just as tragic. We're not going to regulate a chainsaw. But there are 3 million of these in circulation, and a lot of them are out there because based on the ATF's own definition, its own prior rulings on shoulder braces is why we have 3 million in circulation. Now, the stabilizing brace is an accessory. We're going to regulate a single accessory because of 2 people. But this is clearly a move to ban the other platform through a bureaucratic process using colorful language and circumventing the Constitution. There is no grandfather clause, thus making millions of legal gun owners who purchase these items in good faith based, once again, on the ATF's own language defining these items, all these accessories. This is going to affect the whole country. Now, not every state is cursed with its gun control laws that Connecticut has, but this is going to affect you. And you need to step up. This cartoon is a perfect representation of the lackadaisical attitude of pro-gun states towards their counterparts. What is happening here is what they want everywhere. The anti-gun coalition spends millions every election cycle for candidates that will acquiesce to what they want and their desires. This is now a direct assault on your rights by a partisan administration. We still have a voice in this matter. The ATF has an open comments forum that is good only until September 8th. So we only have 3 days. I made this video September 5th. We have 3 days to make comments. There are 3 million of these braces in circulation. There should be at least 2 million comments for the pro brace. 2 million minimum. We need to step up. We need to step up. The link for the comment section for the ATF is down below, along with the PDF document. But please, go to the comment section and make your voice heard. This is how we defeated this arm brace maneuver in 2020. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments below in the comment section down below. Once again, any calls for violence or any actions of violence will be removed. Use your common sense. See you on the next one. Peace.